Yes, people, right about now, getting ready for a presentation where I will be on the panel at the 519 sharing a part of my success story as a refugee in Canada. There was a time in my life when I was not open enough to say I am a refugee because of the stigma that is attached to the word refugee. People in the Caribbean tend to think that we ran away from home and we came to Canada and we tell a bunch of lies so we can get our papers here in this country. While that might be true for some people, I would love for others to not bash everyone or generalize and say every refugee or every person who comes here and file refugee, their stories are filled with lies. My story is a true story, and I've shared it before on my social media platform, and I've shared it with the judges at the immigration board or the judge who was present there, and I was successful with my hearing my story, my truth. It's up to people what they want to say. I really don't care what people say. To me, words are just wind. So I did share a portion of my I will be sharing a portion of my success story, and you guys can watch it. Tell me what you think. I did not record the event, I only recorded my speech because, for privacy reasons, I did not want to. I never asked permission to record the speech of anybody else. It's just my thing for my blog, okay? So, I didn't make it too long because my speech was supposed to be between 10 and 15 minutes. So, you know, Kevin is a man of words. So, basically, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kevin Davis. I mainly go by Kevin Conscious. I am a transgender FTM. I was born and raised in Jamaica, where I lived until 2014 when I migrated to Canada. I always felt like I was given the wrong gender at birth, and so I lived most of my life feeling trapped. I, from a very early age, I felt like I was not a girl, and I felt like I was given the body of a girl even though I feel like a boy. So as I matured from stage to stage, I first felt like a boy trapped inside of a girl's body, and then as I grew older, I started feeling more like a man trapped inside of a woman's body. So growing up in Jamaica, because of the fact that I grew up in a very religious household, I have two grandfathers who are pastors, and even now I have siblings who are pastors. So it was very hard for me to live my truth. So I was depressed for a lot of my childhood, feeling like something else other than what society sees me to be. I told a few of my friends from when I was in my teens, going up to my early 20s, how I felt. And I always say that if I should get the opportunity to leave Jamaica, I will go to Canada or the States or somewhere where I can remove my breasts and do whatever it takes to not have a monthly menstruation. Prior to migrating to Canada, my last job in Jamaica was as a police officer. I was a police constable, and this was somewhat a very good experience, but also bad in certain terms because I was constantly harassed sexually by policemen on more than one on many occasions. On the teams, they tried to exploit me. They tried to do different stuff to belittle me because they knew that I liked girls. They never understood that there was more to me than just liking girls. A lot of persons assumed I was a lesbian. Society named me as a lesbian because I was dating girls and because I was still in the body of a female, but mentally I never felt like one. So I always felt like my body was not synchronizing with my brain. I was attacked on more than one occasions, physically, verbally, to the point where I narrowly escaped, I could say, death or maybe some serious injury, and that's what brought me to Canada. In 2014, June 29, I went to a nightclub, me and a few female friends, and some guys attacked me. They rushed me. They said a lot of derogatory stuff about my sexuality, me being a lesbian, how they're gonna kill me, and all of that. I somewhat wasn't even, you know, when sometimes things are happening to you and you either fright, you flight, or you fight, or you freeze. For me, I think I froze. I just stood there like I didn't understand what was going on. And my life flashed in front of me when I saw them coming closer. They were caving in. One person stabbed at me with a knife and it got physical, where I had to physically fight my way through, ran to my car and sped out. I called the police to come by my where I was staying because I didn't go home. I was afraid to go home. So I went to a friend's house and I called the police to come by and take a statement. Knowing that I was a police, I thought they would have come by to assist me. The police never showed up. The following day, I went to the station to make a report, and the police there, they laughed at me because they one of the police said to me, if I want to live long in Jamaica, I should stop sleeping with women. I really felt embarrassed by their laughter, so I went to my barracks room and I packed all my stuff. I walked out of the office out of the station without saying a word. I called my travel agency friend and I asked him to book me a flight to Canada, so that is how I got here. After coming to Canada, I was staying in a hotel for like 2 weeks, running out of money. I had this Facebook friend and I asked her if I could come by her and stay for a couple of days because I'm running low. That never worked out because after a time, it's like as soon as I told her why I'm here and I'm not going back, she's telling me if I stay by her and immigration should find me, she'll be in trouble. So I messaged another Facebook person and asked them if they could find me a lawyer, because if I have to source some money to get my papers here, there's no going back to Jamaica. I met up with a friend from Facebook and she gave me a lawyer's number. I went to see the lawyer. He told me about 519 and the refugee program. He says if my story is strong enough, I have a case. So I told him exactly what happened. And he said I should go home and write my story so he could fill the claim for me, the basis of claim, and then apply for refugee. Refugee process for me started in 2014, like 3 weeks after I came to Canada. I went to Kipling to submit my information and stuff. The lawyer signed up for me to do counseling to see where I am mentally based on the case. It's also strengthened the case if they know how the situation that you've been through back home have affected you and what they can do for you in the future. The 519 programs have been very helpful to me. I have attended counseling session at 519 for I think it was 3 to 6 months. I was a part of the Among Friends. Like every Wednesday, I would count the days down to be at Among Friends because I get to interact with people who are part of the LGBTQ, people who are part of the refugee program just like myself, and we share experiences together, take pictures together and everything for our hearing, because the more pictures you have of you interacting and mixing and mingling with people in Canada, it does help your claim too. So while I waited for my process or for my court date, I did a course in security and I started working. This helped to buy time so I don't become a nuisance to society here in Canada. I got back into the working world to show that this is me. I'm a hardworking person. I'm not just here to sit on ontier works and collect free money. My hearing was supposed to be the 10th of October, but it was postponed because of my policing background. They had to do more checks, so I was waiting for like 6 months almost before I got a new date. In April 2015, I got a date for April 29, 2015, which was the day I got attacked. The 29 really had some bad memories for me. So when I went to my hearing, I broke down in tears because they were asking detailed questions about the incident where I was attacked. The judge even asked personal questions about my childhood. So I had a meltdown practically. But then the good news is that at the end of the day, I was successful in my hearing because I was told on the spot, congratulations, you're successful and welcome to Canada. I was never homesick, to be honest, because I knew why I came here. I came here to have a better life, and knowing this, I just kept reminding myself of why I'm here, and this was what I used to motivate me daily. So I stick to my course and just stay on track. I also stay in touch even to present time. I stay in touch with people in Jamaica who are dear to my heart, and when I'm working, I try to take extra shifts so I don't miss my life in Jamaica too much. And one of the other things that work for me, try to have a balanced life, whether it's work and school, whether it's a relationship, whether it's interacting with people who are part of the community. Just try to be as happy as you can be, and then you will not miss the things of the past. My perception of myself has now changed to a more knowledgeable level. I'm now a proud and openly educated trans man, prior to now, I was just living the life of a stud based on the category that society placed me in. I've done a lot of researches on the LGBTQ community to the point where I'm now facilitating workshops, podcasts, training sessions, live interviews, virtual interviews, face-to-face interviews. Persons are interviewing me based on my trans journey and things that they would like to learn about the community, such as like the pronouns and some of the ways in which to address or identify LGBTQ persons, and not just assume everybody is a certain gender or assume every person who dresses a certain way goes by a certain pronoun, etc. I am now a registered social service worker, peer educator, motivational speaker, advocate, and activist. I have been working with the LGBTQ community practically ever since I came to Canada. And after I did my social work diploma, I have been doing more of it because now I have paperwork where I can hold up to the name and not just say anything and it doesn't have any weight. I am also the CEO of Kevin Help a Trans Initiative. That is my business, my organization that I recently registered. This initiative, it's aimed at helping LGBTQ persons to understand the different spectrums, diversity, because a lot of persons in the community are not familiar with the other acronyms. And if we're a part of the community, I'm hoping that we all can be allies and educate people, because in order for persons, I think that in order for persons to be more tolerant of us or accepting of us or even to respect us, is for them to know who we are. And without them knowing who we are, a lot of people just classify us in a box and say that we're a part of the alphabet community or we're a part of the LGBTQ, and they just leave it at that. It goes deeper for a lot of persons because a lot of us use different pronouns and different genders that a lot of persons out there are not even familiar with. So in order for them to know, we have to teach them, right? So that's one of the reasons why my business came about, where I do counseling for LGBTQ people, heterosexual persons, just about anyone who have anything that they need to be addressed or they need help with. I am also a frontline worker. I've done courses in HIV. I've done a certificate course with HIV one-on-one, first responder. So then I can assist persons who are HIV positive if they need to go see a doctor, if they need to break the news to their family member or their partners, I can assist them with that just the same. Another business that I am pursuing, these merch, I'm selling them. It goes with my YouTube channel. I have different rainbow designs on my website, the Teespring link. I have a YouTube channel, Journey with Kevin, that I use to do blogging, where I do some of the educating pieces there, where I can educate people for free. I just post it on my YouTube channel and then people can go and watch. I've had a few more certificates while being in Canada. I didn't just stop here and not do anything. While in college, I took extra courses like overdose prevention, gender-based analysis, and I did a course with Ontario for AODA. It has to do with assisting persons with disability. It makes you more aware of the different type of disabilities and how you can assist people. In Jamaica, we would refer to people as being blind or being a handicap or being retarded. Like, those are forbidden words here. We try to use the more professional terms. So this is a course that if anyone gets a chance to do, it's good to do. The mindset that helped me to succeed was the reality of where I'm coming from. I've had a rough life growing up, therefore all I wanted to do was be a better person and be a positive role model in society. I always want to be a part of the change that is happening, and that's one of the things that helped me to stay focused. I am a go-getter. I always achieve what I put my mind to. There's a saying in my country, so a man think it's so easy. And if I should rephrase those words, I would say I can be whatever I want to be. I always try to find friends that can motivate me to be the better version of me and help me to elevate. I don't want to be around friends who don't want to see me grow, because some friends, they don't want to see you do good because they feel like if you do good, you might be better than them. Those are not friends to keep. I am a proud refugee because I was given another chance at living. And this time I can live for myself. And by living, I I would say I get to live my true authentic self as a transgender FTM. Some of the opportunities that this country gives to refugees is really amazing. So it's a good thing to be a refugee here. And like, for example, if you're not able to pay for your refugee claim, the government assists you through legal aid. You get to meet cool people like 519 and the services that they offered. When I was to do all my paperwork, 519 did it for me. When I was to do application for study permit, I did it at 590, my travel document 590, my work permit 590, and the list continues. In closing, my encouragement to refugee persons, whether present or past, live your truth, whatever your truth is, whatever your sexual identity means to you, be true to you. Don't fit into the societal norms or the LGBTQ norms of what you should be. Persons try to tell me that I'm not a trans, and there are persons in the community who say I'll never be a man. Well, my paperworks are now changed to male. So if I don't feel like telling somebody that I'm a transgender, I don't have to. I have mentally transitioned, I have socially transitioned, and I have been doing medical changes. I've already done my top surgery. I'm on testosterone. I don't see period in 2 years. So I am at a comfortable and a satisfactory space or place in my transition. I had more facial hair. I just cut them down because I want to change up my style to see how I look on different days, different times. So whatever works for you, live your truth. While you're here waiting for your hearing, if you have not yet had a hearing, keep connected with people who are a part of the community. If you have not yet started, get connected with programs and persons who can be of strength, motivation, and encouragement to you while you journey through this process. Do not get caught up with the wrong things or the wrong people, because it will cost you in the long run. Time wasted cannot be regained. And when you find loyal people, you should stick to them. Like I have a motto, one of my merch says real, REAL. Realize everyone ain't loyal. So I implore you all on this Pride celebration today, refugee collaboration. Be true to yourself, and when you find real and loyal people, be loyal to them just the same, and this will be a better place. Thank you.
Kevin, thank you so much for your presentation.
So yes, here we are. Here we go. Here we go. Man, I just finished a wonderful presentation. I'm so tired. Look at my eyes. Now it's time for me to go and sleep as I have work tonight, but it was a wonderful presentation. The persons turned out, it was 519 celebrating Pride or Refugee Pride virtually, and I really love the fact that they did this, because a lot of persons will not did not get the opportunity to go to a physical Pride, because some persons would have come to Canada in the first pandemic or close to the first pandemic or probably a year before the pandemic, so they never get to experience Pride. I've been to like about 5 Pride, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. I've been to 5 Pride, so that's a lot of experience. And the thing I love about Pride and what Pride means to me is that the fact that we can come together as LGBTQ persons and just share the experience and have fun together, be open and be true, and walk out in your colors. And you don't have to say, oh, I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm trans. Nobody really have the time to fast to say, why is he wearing rainbow colors, why is she or the person, why are they wearing rainbow colors? Nobody cares. It's just a line. It's like people go to their caravan and they have their fun. We go to our Pride and we have fun. And I am happy to see how they can walk around in their skimpy clothes and be nude and whatever and just vibe. It's a wonderful feeling. Wonderful feeling. So for those who've never been to Pride, you're missing out. Even if you're not a part of the LGBTQ community, go to Pride. Check it out. I guarantee you'll have some fun if you're open-minded. If you're not open-minded and you're homophobic, nah, I don't think you should go. Stay away, because then you're gonna feel out of place. But yes, people, thank you for being a part of my channel. Share the videos, like the videos. It just take one touch to like a video. If you've not yet subscribed, the same thing, one touch and you subscribe. Give me your feedbacks. Let me know what you like. Tell me if I'm too much, if I'm too little.
Shadiki's always right. That's what they like.
Come say hi to the people.
Just properly in the
Of course, Shay has to hijack my video. Can I go a day without Shay? I don't think so. So all the Team Shay people, I'm in the building. Big up on yourself, guys. Support the merch. I'm rocking one of my merch. Support the merch. Even if you can't buy it now in Pride Month, the website will be up and running. So whenever you can afford to support the merch, support the merch. Anyways, I'm gonna get some rest now because I'm working tonight. So guys, big up on yourself. Be true to who you are. Happy Pride. If you're not a part of Pride, be happy for who you are just the same. Happy life. Happy days ahead. Stay tuned to yourself. Be true to who you are. Peace out.